Hi, friends! I hope you are well. I'm actually filming this on photo booth, which is so random, but very accessible for me right now rather than taking out the camera and doing a big production. Literally just sat down and felt inspired to just film something really quick. I just wanted to do a little bit of a life update. 2020 has started out for me a little challenging, to say the least. I did go to an amazing seminar, as you saw at my last couple vlogs. I do have footage from that trip that I want to share. I think now that I have some extra downtime, I will be sitting down and editing a couple of fun events that I went to this year so far. I don't think I'm really going to get into too much of trials and tribulations of this year so far. Just wanted to check in with you and say that I am on a journey this year of just discovering what makes me happy, discovering what is true to myself, trying to stay true to myself, discovering what's important to me, discovering what I value, what's important to me, what I'm going to tolerate, what I'm not going to tolerate, stepping into myself, owning myself, and just really figuring myself out. I know that's a lifelong journey, but like this year has really surfaced some things for me that have been tough and emotional, and I hope that you understand. I think I want to be as transparent on here as possible and just say that I definitely have a personal life aside from what I put online. So much of what you see online can be taken for something else. I made an Instagram post about this, but like I've just been doing a lot of self-reflection and just reflection on my life and what makes me happy, and I just feel like it's so easy to compare these days. And I could be going in 5 different directions in this conversation that I'm having with my computer right now. But I've just been like doing a lot of reflecting and just seeing that there is a perception that we put out of ourselves online, and then there's what's actually going on in our lives. Like I've been through so much this year already, and online it's been like highlights and happiness and stuff. And I think this is a nervous time for a lot of people too. Just to pile on top of all the other stuff that I've been through this year. I'm kind of on a rant. I never like to plan sitting down and just chatting, but it's leading me to speak on like there's a lot of uncertainty right now in the world, and I think it's very important to keep a positive mindset regardless of what's going on. Stay true to what you know, because just as easily as things are uncertain is just as easy as things can be certain. It's really terrifying not knowing what's going on with this virus in the world, but what is certain is what you can do with your actions right now. Keeping a positive mental mindset, in my opinion, and proven fact through placebos and tests with doctors in this world, if you want to go down that loophole of research, but keeping a positive mindset is going to impact your immune system. There are people who are more prone to stress and anxiety. They have worse conditions when under viral infections versus people who have a strong, healthy mindset. They are able to fight off diseases better. And I feel, normal nerves, just kind of, you're like, is the economy going to crash? Am I going to be out of work forever? Business-wise, my entire rest of March is canceled. I'm like, how am I going to pay my rent? Am I going to be evicted? I don't know. Those are important questions to ask and important factors to realize in this time, but it's also important not to steer down that negative road and realize that there's a positive lens that you can look at things through. One being, how awesome is it that I have this forced creative downtime to really check in, even going into my makeup kit and analyzing all the sanitary precautions that I need to take or implement and just reset the standard for sanitation, especially in this time where people are really nervous about bacteria and infections. I just recently took a course that certifies me in sanitation practices, really reinforcing and ensuring client safety, because I want to provide what I would expect as a client for my clients. So now it's raising conversation, whatever area you're thinking of on the top of your mind. For me, I feel like it's important to reinforce a conversation within my makeup artist community about sanitation and where we can improve and hopefully set a new standard for the industry on sanitation. I think when I first became a makeup artist, I had no education in sanitation. I just kind of knew that mascara wands existed. And then going to school, that was the first time I learned proper sanitation. But it needs to be a discussion between makeup artists, especially us as a community, to make it a leading topic of conversation and to educate our clients on what is acceptable for them and have them raise their voice if they feel any concern. I will have that certification listed on my website. My website is still under construction right now, but hopefully during this time I'll be able to complete it. See, there's another blessing. I'll be able to have some extra time updating my website and all that stuff. We're just pivoting over here. It's kind of a, like I said, an uncertain waiting game, but I hope everybody's holding up. I think a lot of things today. Looking at this as such a positive, maybe I wouldn't have rechecked in with myself in this way if I didn't have this time. I'm sure a lot of you are checking in with your health, which is awesome. Maybe you're implementing more supplements during this time, figuring out creative ways to exercise in your home. Maybe you're connecting with your loved ones at home a little bit more right now, which is awesome. I know that I'm going on a lot more walks outside than I have been in a while. I'm also realizing how I'm a workaholic and I don't sit down and watch movies. I know that sounds weird. It's a little backwards. I'm usually focused on work, and now I'm kind of doing the opposite. I'm like, let me just sit down and watch a movie. I rewatched a childhood favorite, The Princess Diaries, and it was so therapeutic and I felt like a kid again, which is so important for nourishing your soul. For a couple days, I felt like I was hurting on the inside, but I just want to at least have a video out there for all the people who now have some extra time at home just to chat and have a conversation. I've really been catering to my makeup kit mostly, and now just trying to find ways to pivot my business because I am a self-employed artist, and it's scary, but I'm not letting it consume me, and I hope you're not letting it consume you too if you're in the same boat, because winter always passes. This is not going to be forever, and there's always a solution. You just wish, I'm so empathetic towards people, and I feel like I never like people to be hurting right now, and I definitely don't want to fall into that. I think it is a very serious thing going on right now. I don't know what's the right thing to say because I'm not a medical professional. I have no business giving advice on viruses and stuff like that, but I can, just as a human to human, say that I'm with you. I'm uncertain, but I know that we're gonna get through this, and I really can only just speak on what I believe, and I believe that positive mindset is everything. Aside from that, sanitize your hands. I'm glad it's uprising this dialogue. Hello, we need to check in with ourselves. Let's be our healthiest. Let's set a new standard for freaking humanity right now. Until then, until we're instructed to do things specifically, do your research, educate yourself on things that you have no idea what's happening. For me, I was like, hold on, Sam. Let's rewind. Let's go online and just research what is a virus. Rediscover what that is before we start freaking out over things. Let's understand the little things first. How about understand how a virus gets into your body? See, these are things that I feel because we have social media, we have this giant fear just instilled in us, because what happens when a member of the tribe freaks out? 2 members of the tribe start freaking out. 3 members of the tribe starts freaking out. It's like that experiment where someone's in a doctor's office and someone just stands up and then somebody else stands up, and then by the end of it, everyone's standing up just because the group was standing up. So I want you to just think in your head and just be smart about this. It's not to say don't be serious. It's a serious topic. Just ask your own questions. Recheck in with yourself. Take a second. Slow down. What kind of human do you want to be during this time? During the times of crisis, public crisis, are you going to be the one that is fearful, or are you going to be the one that steps up and thinks differently and acts humanely and kindly? Everybody's figuring this out. Nobody has the, right or wrong answer, but this is a good time to check in with yourself and trust yourself in these moments and ask yourself those questions. What else? What else? I hope that you're staying strong. I hope you're finding the light within the situation. Another thing, I'm a spiritual practitioner. I don't identify as any sort of religion. I grew up Christian, but I'm kind of just more spiritual, I would say. But a lot of my spiritual mentors are really emphasizing breath work, and I just want to pass that message along because that's something I'm going to implement in this downtime, is to just sit and breathe and be and become awareness. I love Dr. Joe Dispenza, just the power of the mindset. That's something I strongly believe in. Not coming on here to be like, this is the way, this is what you should do, but I just want to check in and say, hope you're doing well, and just give you a little update on what's going on over here. I have Carlton here if you hear breathing, just to shed more positivity in this apartment. Praying for humanity right now, praying for you. Hope you're having a really blessed day, a really amazing day of happiness, and just take a breath with me. Everything's gonna work out. You're a healthy individual. Say those healthy affirmations and just start with yourself.